Hi guys, welcome to Mr. Cloudbook channel. In this particular video, I am going to explain complete CI/CD pipeline with the help of the DevSecOps process. In the last videos, we used the Trivy for the file scan and image scan, but now we are integrating the new tool, so which is from the Docker. So we use that tool to scan the image and to scan the files as well. Before that, I want to say thanks, brother Sandeep. Not only Sandeep, but Sachit Bali and Vishnu Sai brother also gave some support. Thanks, brothers, both of you. So Sachit Bali gave $10. That's really helpful for me. And let's go to the project. Before that, I want to say I already created a new website for my blogs. So if you go here to the any browser, so you can provide mrcloudbook.com and you will be directly redirected to my website. So this is my website and I created a new masterclass course for the DevOps as well. In the last day, like in the yesterday, January 5th, I didn't upload any video, but today I want to upload this particular project. That's why I'm not uploading the masterclass video, but we will continue after this project as the DevOps masterclass videos also will be tightly updated. So here is the blog for the complete process and the project idea credits goes to this guy Suraj Joshi brother. So he did this project already like Hotstar clone application. He actually did with DevSecOps CI/CD process, but I am adding the new tool. That's the difference only. But complete credits to Suraj Joshi. This is the process that we follow till the end of the video. First, we will push the code. Yeah, I already pushed the Hotstar application and the Terraform files and everything to the GitHub repository. And I already launched an EC2 instance because I provided commands for the Ubuntu. That's why I launched an Ubuntu EC2 instance and with 30 GB of storage and T2 large instance type. If you are trying with free tier, like T2 micro is doesn't support all your application in your single instance. So it will be laggy. Even the Jenkins won't support. Like if you run the job, it will fail. It will runs like the way if the job completes in within 10 minutes, it will take more than the actual time. That's why I am using the T2 large type. So if you want to try with the T2 micro, that's up to you. I'm not suggesting you can go with the T2 micro, but I will suggest you to go with the T2 large only with 30 GB of storage. And I am installing Jenkins on that particular EC2 instance. And next we are going to provision the so for the first job we are going to provision the AWS EKS. So it will take minimum 10 minutes. That's why I created the job one as the to provision EKS. So meanwhile, I will explain the second job. So how to integrate all the tools so we can see the Hotstar application at the end of the video or at the end of the CI/CD pipeline completes. For the second job, the first stage is to send the code to Sonar Cube analysis to check the code if having any vulnerabilities or not. So once the check and quality gate is completed, we are going to move to the next stage, that is npm node. So the node installations, we need some required dependencies for this particular project because this project is built on the React.js. That's why we need some dependencies. So that's why we are going to install some dependencies with the help of the npm. After that, we need to scan those dependencies as well. So in order to scan that particular dependencies, I am going to use the another security check, like another security like tool, that is WASP, like a WASP. So WASP means like a simple B, but it will scan your all dependencies. It will provide the vulnerabilities with as like critical mark, high, medium, low marks. That's why we use the OWASP for the dependency check. After that, we need to do some file scans also. So now I am going to integrate the new tool, that is Docker Scout, which we are going to use to scan our files first. After that, we are going to build the image with the help of the Docker. After, we are going to push that particular image to our Docker hub. And finally, we are using the Docker Scout to check that particular image having any vulnerabilities. We will see the quick view of that particular image analysis and we will see the complete vulnerabilities and we see the recommendations as well in this particular pipeline. So what is the use that we get from this particular Docker Scout? I will explain that thing while at that particular stage. Okay. Before that, we use the Trevi, but Trevi doesn't give any recommendations or kick waves like that. So that's why I like we need to install another package for particular tree. But in the Docker itself, it's always we use the Docker, right? That's why we doesn't require any other package to scan the files to scan the image. After that, we are going to check that our application is running or not on our Docker container. So once the Docker container is up and running, like we can see the output, then we are going with the to deploy on the our EKS cluster. So this is the complete process that we are going to use in this video, and let's go. So I already launched the T2 large instance. You can see instance type as a T2 large. If I select the instance, so if I go here to the storage, and you can see that I am using the 30 GB of storage here. Okay, so 30 GB of storage. So if I come back to my blog, so the DevSecOps process, the prerequisites was AWS account setup. We already have everyone. So the basic knowledge of AWS services and understanding of the DevSecOps principles. And we need some familiarity with Docker, Jenkins, Java, SonarQube, and AWS CLI, kubectl, and Terraform, and Docker Scout. So the Docker Scout is recently released. If you want to know about completely, I already made a dedicated video for the Docker Scout as well. I will provide the link in the description. Please watch that one also. And I'm asking to you share my blog as well. Don't try to copy the blog, please. The first step was to create an AWS EC2 instance. I already did that with the help of the T2 large instance type, and the storage is 30 GB. And next we need the IAM role. So I will explain how to create an IAM role as well. After that, we need some tools in order to complete the project. The first tool was Docker and the Jenkins. To run Jenkins, we need Java. In order to do the SonarQube analysis, we require the Java, and we need AWS CLI to update the Kubernetes configurations from our EC2 instance. Next, we need kubectl, so to deploy on the to the Kubernetes cluster. And in order to provision the EKS cluster with the help of the Terraform files, we need the Terraform tool as well. And next, Jenkins job configurations. First job we already described, we already discussed that to provision the EKS, and second job to the Hotstar application. And finally, in the fourth step, I am going to explain how to delete the EKS cluster and IAM role and the Ubuntu instance as well. This is the steps to create an AWS EC2 instance. You can go with the Ubuntu 22.04, and the instance type is T2 large here, and next 30 GB of the storage. And if you, for the security, I opened not only 22, but I opened all port for the learning purpose only. And if you want to open the required ports, that's up to you. But for the learning purpose, you can open the all port as well. And if you can review and launch the instance, I already completed that. This is the instance is up and running. And next, to set the IAM role, we need to search for the IAM in the search bar. Let's go back to AWS, and in the search bar I need to search for IAM, and you can directly click on IAM, or you can directly click on roles here. So I'm clicking on roles. So if you click on IAM, you need to click on in the left side panel, you have to select the roles. So I selected directly the roles, that's why I got this page. So I need to click on create a role, and trusted entity type as a AWS service. For the use case, we need it for the EC2 instance. That's why you need to select the commonly used service as a EC2, and for the use case is also EC2. And next, and for the EC2 provisioning, for the EKS provisioning, we need the EKS full access and EC2 full access, because for the node group, it will provision some EC2 instance, right? That's why I'm using the administrator access for the learning purpose only. If you want to open the particular policies, permission policies, you can go with EKS full access and EC2 full access only. But I am going with administrator access, and come down and click on next, and you can provide the role name. So I'm going to provide as a Hotstar, and you have to come down and click on the create role. So this will create the role, IAM role, which is required for us. And you can see from here view role, or you can again come back to EC2. And if you come back to the blog, and I provided the steps as well, you can search for the IAM, and you can click on roles. And if you go directly from the IAM, you can click on roles in the left side panel and click on create role, entity type as a AWS service, EC2 and EC2 service, and administrator access, and you can provide the name. And next that the role is created, we can see from here. And now we need to attach that particular role to our EC2 instance that we created earlier. So EC2 instance is running, select the instance and go to actions, go to security, modify IAM role. You can click on drop down here. So the role that we created is here, the Hotstar one. So just select this one and click on update IAM role. So if you come here, the same things like you can click on action, security, modify IAM role. Everything is same. The steps here in the image as well, and you can update it here. So the next step too, we need to install required tools for the instance, right? So let's come here to the AWS and select the instance, and you can click on connect, and you can use the EC2 instance connect, or you can use the mobile extreme, putty, or terminal, or writer, anything is fine. Just copy this example and let's come to the terminal, and I have my PEM file here and enter. So for the fingerprint, you have to provide S. Let's clear the screen and let me update the system by providing sudo apt update enter, and again come back here to the blog. So first I need to go into the root. So I have to switch into the root. So let's go into the root. This is done. Clear the screen. Let me go into the root. Sudo su enter. Clear the screen. Next we need to create a script by providing vi script.sh enter, and again, and you can directly copy this particular script. This one will install Java and Jenkins. So you can see sudo apt install Temurin 17jdk means it's installing 17th version of Java, and these two commands are adding the keys and the packages that are required for the Java. And next we are updating that particular keys, that if we add any keys or to the any repository, we need to do the update. That's why I'm doing the update, and you can see the version as well for the Java. And next, this is the key for the Jenkins key, and this is the Jenkins repository, and we are updating again. Next, we are installing the Java. Sorry, we're installing the Jenkins, and finally we are starting the Jenkins. These are the first commands for the installing of Java and Jenkins. And next, these are the commands to install the Docker on our EC2 instance. So sudo apt get install docker c, docker cli, and everything. Next, I am adding the Ubuntu user to the particular Docker group to not get any errors, to give the Ubuntu user root access to the Docker only. And next, I am refreshing the Docker group with the help of the new group Docker command. So let me copy these commands and come back here and paste. Escape, shift colon wq, enter. And if you provide ls, we don't have the executable permissions. If we have the executable permissions, the script should be in the green color. So let's provide the executable permissions by providing sudo chmod, or already in the root, right? So we can directly provide chmod 777 script1.sh enter. And if you provide ls again, and you can see the color of the file is changed. So this means I have the executable permissions. Let's run this by providing sh script1.sh and enter. So this will install the Java, Jenkins, and Docker. Let's come back to the blog. And for the second step, like for the second script, why I created the two script means after installing the Docker, it's stopping the installation of the remaining packages. That's why I created as a two scripts. So if you want to run like in the single script, try to update with your own knowledge. Okay. So next I need to provide a sudo chmod script1.sh. So after creating that particular one, and we need to run like this sh, and you can see you can directly provide chmod plus x is also executable permission. And for the next script too, we are going to install Terraform, kubectl, and AWS CLI. These commands will install the Terraform, and these commands will install the kubectl, and these are the commands to install the AWS CLI. So let me copy these commands and come back here. So it will take some time. I will explain later after completing. Clear the screen. Let's see the Java version by providing java version enter. So this is the version 17.09. If you want to see whether Jenkins is up and running or not, by providing sudo, or directly you can provide systemctl status Jenkins. Sorry, I think it should be small letters. Okay, enter. So you can see active is running. Clear the screen by providing the Docker version here. We can see the Docker is installed 24.07. Okay, so if we connect this system with the 8080 in our browser with the public IP address, let's do that one. Go to instance connect and you can copy the public IP from here. Open a new tab and you can provide 8080, enter. We can see the password to login is at here. This is the location to get the password, initially admin password. So just copy this path and come back to the CLI or move extreme or putty anywhere. You can just provide cat and paste that one like the path and enter. So this is the password. Just copy it by providing right click, copy it, and you can paste the admin password here and continue. So don't save and install suggested packets. So this will take some time. Let's install our script too. So this will install Terraform, right? So we can go with vi script 2.sh, enter, and paste the commands and escape shift colon wq. And if you provide ls, and you can see that script 2.sh doesn't have any executable permissions. Last time we used sudo chmod 777, right? But we are going to use x now, script 2.sh. And if you provide ls, and you can see that both the files have the executable permissions now. Last time we used sh, now we use // script2.sh to run this file. So this is the two ways that you can do. So this will install Terraform, AWS CLI and kubectl. So done, clear the screen. See the version of the Terraform by providing Terraform --- version. So done, 1.66 is the version, and next see the kubectl version, --- enter. So 1.29, and finally we see the AWS CLI version as well by providing AWS - version. So 2.15 is the AWS version, 1.29 is the kubectl, and 1.66 is the Terraform. So everything is installed that we required. Clear the screen, and next you can see I provided every command. Try to use this blog, please. I wanted to ask you to just share the blog as much as possible. I'm not asking to subscribe or to give me money like that. Just share my blog as much as possible. That is all I'm asking. Next, we need to run the SonarQube container. So before that, we need to provide permissions to docker.socket. Let me copy these comments and next paste it here in the terminal. So first command, this one, this will provide the permissions to docker.socket, and next this is the command docker run. So this will run the container in the daemon mode, like dash mode. -- name, the container name is sonar, and the sonar cube is exposed to 9000, and the official image is sonar cube LTS community, and just provide enter. So I need, like, that's why we need the T2 large. So because on the same EC2 instance we are installing kubectl, Terraform, AWS CLI, Jenkins, Java, SonarCube and everything. So what if you use like a simply T2 micro, it will be definitely lag. The system will be stuck at that one point only. That's why I'm not using that. And you can provide Docker PS to see whether the SonarCube is running or not. So the SonarCube is up after 13 seconds ago. So let's come back here and let's copy the public IP and open a new tab with the 9000 port on here and enter. So this will take 1 minute. Meanwhile, come back here. Yeah, the Jenkins is installed and everything is ready. And if you want to create an admin user, you can create it from here. But I want to move with the admin only. So that's why I'm clicking on skip and continue as admin. And I will explain how to change the admin password as well. And save and finish. Start using Jenkins. So let's come here onto the top right. You have the admin, right? So select the admin, and in the left side panel you have to select the configure, and if you go down Like you can see, there is an option called password. Double tap here and change the password whatever you want, and again tab, change it. Like you have to confirm it. After that, you need to apply it first. Don't click on save directly. First apply it, and then you have to click on save. So let's clear this up to 8080 and again enter. And you need to provide the username is admin, and the whatever the password you have provided over there, just keep that password and click on enter. So this is our Jenkins page is up and running. Let's go do login of the Sonar Cube. So admin and password is also admin and enter. So both are in the small letters, not in caps. So the old password is admin, and you need to change the new password here. First you need to provide new password, and next go to the tab and you can provide it or you can confirm it. Update, don't save. So this is a Sonar Cube dashboard and this is Jenkins dashboard. Both are up and running. So again, you can come back to the blog here. So T2 lodge the instance that we created, and you can copy it the public IP address, and you will get the page like this, and you have to provide the command like this to get the password and install suggested plugins, and you can directly create the admin here, and this is the page, and you can go to the 9000 port after providing the SonarCube container runtime like the command. So login admin and update the password here, and this is the SonarCube dashboard, and you can see the versions of the Terraform and Docker everything. So that is done. Next, for this step 3, we need to set up the Jenkins job configuration. Step 3A, like the first job is to provision the EKS. So in order to provision EKS, we need the Terraform plugin. So let's go to the Jenkins dashboard. This is the Jenkins dashboard. Go to the manage Jenkins, and in the system configuration, you need to go to the plugins. So available plugins in the left side panel, you have to click on available plugins, and you have to search for the Terraform here. So this is the Terraform plugin. Just select this checkbox and click on install. And if you want to do restart your Jenkins machine, you can directly select this checkbox. I don't want to do that. So let's come back to here to the manage Jenkins, and we need to add this particular like the Terraform tool inside your Jenkins dashboard. So in order to tell which version we have to use or where is the Terraform is installed on the instance, if we install the Terraform, we need to tell the Jenkins that here is my Jenkins is like here is my Terraform file, and here this is the path of the Terraform package. You can use it as a tool to run the Terraform scripts and everything. So you need to go to the tools section. So you can directly go to the last. So this is the Terraform installations, add Terraform, and you can provide any name you want. I am providing as a simply Terraform, like sorry, form, and install automatically. You can uncheck this one because we already installed on the instance, right? So uncheck this one, and we need to provide the path here. So go to the CLI, and if you provide which Terraform here, this is the command, and enter. This will give the path. So just copy it up to bin. So user bin. So copy, and you can paste it here. So this is done. You have to click on apply and click on save. So the Terraform is setup is completed. The first job, you can in the left side panel you have to click on new item. So the job is which one? Terraform EKS, right? So we are provisioning the EKS. This is the job name. So pipeline, click on OK. So the description and everything, whatever you want, if you want, you can keep it here, discard old builds and everything. But this Terraform file, I don't want to go inside the configure. Like I don't want to change every time. If I want to create the cluster, I don't want to go inside the Terraform like pipeline script to edit like Terraform apply to like hyphen auto pro. If I want to delete Terraform destroy like that, I want to automatically select it from my Jenkins dashboard whether to apply, whether to destroy. So that's why I need to add a simple this project is a parameter like a parameterized. So we can give the option like apply or destroy from the build time. At the build time only we can directly give like terraform apply. This script will automatically take that build parameter as the apply or the destroy. So in order to do that, you need to select the checkbox. This project is parameterized, select this one, and you need to select the add parameter. So the choice parameter we need to use. So the name of the choice parameter is action. So select name is action. You can provide any name you want. The first command to create the cluster is apply, right? That's why I am providing the choice as apply. And to destroy, we need to provide the destroy command. So these are the two choices we required, and we can directly add a plan like apply, but these are not enough. These two is enough for us right now. So because we need to change the apply or destroy only the thing only in the script, that's why I am creating the two choices only. And you can like give the description, select the uh, choice like that, anything, Mr. Cloud Book, and you can provide anything here. This is just optional one. Okay, and you can come down. This is the pipeline script where you have to write the pipeline. So just select the, you can directly select the pipeline script from SCM. That is also fine, but we need to write it. So you can select the try sample pipeline, or you can directly select the hello world. This is the pipeline script. Everything pipeline will start from the pipeline. And next agent is any means that we don't have any slave machines. That's why I'm using the any means it will run on the Jenkins master machine only. Next we need to run the stages. So in order to run the stages, we need the stages. Inside that particular stages, we need to write the stage steps and the script that should be run. So within the steps we need to run what should be run and what should be have to be done. So let me clear this. I don't require this all the script. Okay, clear the script. I already provided the script here, but I will explain. This is the command you need to provide. This is the plugin to install, and everything will be here itself. User bin. And if you copy like if I go to my GitHub like GitHub repository, enter, and you need to change the your bucket name. So S3 bucket name should be changed. Okay, come back to GitHub and go to my repositories that we are using the Hotstar clone, right? So let's go to Hotstar clone. So this is the one. So if I go inside that particular Hotstar clone, I have this particular EKS Terraform. This is where my Terraform files is stored. Let's go inside that particular directory, and this is the backend.tf file. You can come here, like you need to fork that particular repository to your local repository, and you need to update like the bucket name only. So whatever the bucket name you have in your AWS account, just change the bucket name here, so that the Terraform tf state file will be stored at your bucket only. And you can provide the path also, or you can directly provide the simple terraform.tf state, but always remember that use the path like this EKS or slash. If you use it for the like staging, you can provide EKS slash staging slash terraform.tf state. If you use it for the like production, you can use the EKS slash. The key name should be like that. So everything should be inside the folders like this only. So don't try to use the key as terraform.tf state. Use the paths like this EKS slash like that. So you need to change the bucket name here. And if you want to change the region, you can change the region from here. So our Terraform state file will be stored at this particular bucket. This is my bucket I have. Okay. So come back to here, and in the main.tf file, it will provision the AKS cluster with some roles that are available and required. And this is the T2 medium instance type. It's creating for the node groups. Come back to the AKS Terraform and provider.tf. So if you don't know how to like if you want to change the region, you can change it from here and in the bucket as well. Both are fine. So this is the product.tf, and come back. And if you don't know how did I write the main.tf, I already made the video for the EKS cluster provisioning with the help of the Terraform files. I will give the link in the description as well of that video. Okay, please watch that if you have any doubts with the EKS provisioning. Okay, so come to the Hotstar clone. So all you have to do is change the file name or a bucket name in the backend.tf file. So just copy this code like the path or link of this particular repository. Come here. This is the path. You can see Terraform EKS and the parameterized. I did all these things. This is the script. So let me copy this and come to Jenkins and paste it here. If I use this one, and you can see, you maybe get doubt like how did I generated this code? How did I get the Git branch like that? So you can click on pipeline syntax here. So this will open a new tab, and in the sample step here, you need to select the Git here. So select the Git, and you need to provide a repository URL. So that's why copy this URL and come here and give the repository URL. And always the branch is main. I use the main branch. So this is the public repository. That's why we don't have to provide any credentials for the GitHub. So generate. So this is the script that we generated. So you can directly copy it from here. And if you come here, the same thing is here. Git branch main URL of the Hotstar clone and everything is same. And if I copy this and if I delete that and paste it, I can see. Do you see that we got this particular one? Okay, the only the path. And if I click on, so this copy is only supported with HTTPS. Okay, so they are asking for the HTTPS, but we are using the HTTP, right? So that's why just copy like this, and we have to paste it here. So that's why it's getting the error here. You can see unexpected token. So update here, and if you click on apply, you can see that we are not getting any error. So next, in the next stage, we need to write everything inside the stages, right? The first stage is this will check out the code, and next stage we need to check the version of the Terraform, whether the Terraform is installed or not. So this is the stage steps, and the shell script is to check the command. The command should be inside the sh Terraform hyphen version is command to check the version. And the next stage we need to do the initialize, right? That Terraform init. So the steps, why I used the directory here. Again come back here. So you can see I don't have my Terraform files here outside the repository. So these are inside this particular EKS Terraform like directory. So if I go inside, I can see that my Terraform files are inside this particular repository only. So these are the files. So that's why I copied this particular directory name, copy it, go to the syntax generator, and in the sample step, you need to select the change current directory and give the path, and it has to be generated. So this will give directory, means this will change to that particular directory, and then it will do the Terraform initialize. So we need the Terraform init wherever our Terraform files, right? That's why I am saying that pipeline to be go inside this particular directory and then do the Terraform init. The same thing goes here. I'm going to into that particular directory and validating, and next everything is same. The stage is plan, and the you see that we used the action option in that particular parameterized selected, right? In the first, while we starting, I want to create this project as parameterized. I used the option as a action. You can use it any name you want, as a or anything. So I'm using the action. So this will replace with the two choices that we provided. We provided two choices. One is apply and another one is destroy. So the action will be replaced whatever we select. So this is the script to provision the EKS. Apply, save it, and you can click on build with parameters, and you can see action is it's asking me to select the choice of Mr. Cloudbook. So whatever the choice you want to need, like I want to apply like to provision the AKS cluster, right? That's why I need the apply option. So select the apply. So Terraform apply hyphen auto approve. This will take like the script will take the apply option, and if you click on build, and this will start building your application. And if you go inside this particular console output, and you can see that it's checking out, and you can see the Terraform version is 1.66, and next the running inside, you can see it's moving inside this particular EKS Terraform directory. After moving to the EKS Terraform directory, it's doing the Terraform init, and you can see it's again moving inside that particular directory and it's doing the validate and everything is done good. The success message you can see success, the code is valid, and we can see that the Terraform plan, and finally whatever resources that we creating it's provided like that, the 8 to add and everything, and you can see it's automatically taking the action as a apply. That's why I'm using this project as a parameterized option. Okay, this is the use of the that particular this project is parameterized. If you want to delete, you can directly select the destroy option there, and this will delete the cluster and everything. And you can see it will take some time like the 10 minutes to provision the AKS cluster. Okay, so meanwhile let's come back to the blog. So this is the thing. I think you understand it. And if you have any doubts, please ping me or message me in the LinkedIn. Stage view should be like this. This will complete within the 10 minutes. And next it will be create a cluster with this particular name, AKS Cloud. And the EC2 instance, it will be created for the node group. And next project is like the second pipeline job is Hotstar job. Before that, we need some plugins in order to complete that project. So the first one is go to the Jenkins dashboard and you need to go to the manage plugins like that. We need to install some plugins. So let's use this one, the syntax generator, and let's go to the dashboard. The Terraform EKS job will run, however. So let's go to the manage Jenkins, select the manage Jenkins, and we need to install plugins, right? Go to the plugins and go to available plugins, and we need the Java plugin. That's why we need to select the search for the Temurin. So this is the package manager. Like it, this particular plugin contains all your Terraform versions. So we can select the Terraform 11, 17, or 1.8. Anything we can select with this particular plugin. That's why I'm using this particular plugin. Select that plugin, and next we need to select the Sonar Cube plugin by providing Sonar Cube. We need the Sonar Cube scanner. So to send the code to our particular Sonar Cube dashboard like that. And next we need the OWASP plugin, right? To do the OWASP. And this is the plugin, OWASP dependency check. Select this one. And we need the npm install command, right? That's why we need the node.js. Select the node.js or search for node.js and select this particular plugin. And next we need the Docker plugins. Search for the Docker and enter. We need to install 5 plugins, I think. So select the Docker one, Docker commands, pipelines, API, and build step, and just click on install. These are the plugins you need to be installed on your Jenkins machine for the up to pipeline of the Jenkins stage up to the Docker pipeline stage. We need these plugins. So whenever we need to deploy or to provision or to deploy, whenever we want to deploy onto the AKS cluster, then we will install the Kubernetes plugins. Okay. Before that, we can go with these plugins for now. So I provided the names here: Eclipse Temurin installer, Sonar Cube scanner, Node.js, OWASP dependency check, Docker, Docker commands, pipeline, API, build step. Every plugin you can install, I provided with the images as well. And next we need to set the versions here. We need to go inside the manage Jenkins tool section. We need to set the JDK version and Node.js version and everything. I think we should be going with the new version today. I wanted to use the latest version. Let's see how it goes. Next we need to set up the SonarQube version, OWASP version, and I provided some logos here, like most of the people using contents that we copied. That's why I'm using this. So the latest version should be the Docker and everything. Okay, let's do that. And the plugins is installed. Come back to manage Jenkins, and you need to go inside the tools. And this is the Java tool that we need to set up. First, click on Add JDK for the Java and close this one. Delete the installer and provide the name as a JDK17. You can give any name you want. Okay. So select this checkbox. If you're not selected, click on Add installer. Select the install from adoptium.net. Okay. Select this one, and you can see there are so many versions here. That's why I'm using this particular plugin. So select the JDK 17.09, or you can use this one also, 17.08. Anything is fine. I'm going with 08. Okay. Next, you need to come down for the Sonar Cube scanner. Okay, add Sonar Cube scanner, and for the name is Sonar hyphen scanner. You can give any name you want. Okay, but you have to change the names inside the pipeline. So use the latest version 5.0.13006. And next we need to install some Node.js, right, for the npm install dependencies. So add Node.js, and let's give the name as a Node.js. Like Node is enough, or we can use the 20. Okay, that is fine. So let's select the version up to 20.10. So this is the version I want to use for now. And come down. This is the dependency check installations, means OWASP that we install. So select to scan the OWASP dependencies. You can provide any name you want, but I am providing a dp check. This is the name, and install automatically. Add dependencies, sorry, close this one. Add installer. I need to select that one. Install from github.com. Oh, sorry. Let's, okay. So install from github.com. Let's use the dependency check as a 9.0.7. So I'm using the latest versions only. Next, Docker installations. Provide the name as a Docker and use the latest version. Install automatically. So you can directly download from docker.com latest. Terraform is already set up, right? So apply. So you need to do Docker installation setup here, OWASP setup, Node.js setup using the 20, like version 20, and SonarQube latest version. And I'm using the every versions is like newest versions only. Save. So this is done. Let's see whether Terraform EKS is working fine or not. Okay, I think it's near to completed state. Meanwhile, come back to here to the dashboard, and let's start the new item here. So the name should be whatever you want. You can select that one. I'm giving as a Hotstar and pipeline and okay. So come back to the blog, and you can see I'm using all the latest versions. And now you need to configure the Sonar server as well before going to the pipeline stage. So apply it and save. Like we can use it for later. If we go directly, no problem. So this will be won't run by before we are going to build. Okay, so go to manage Jenkins, and we need to tell like the Jenkins where you have to go. Like we need to say Jenkins that SonarQube is running on this particular port, and you can use the particular token to scan my code. So in order to do the scanning like the SonarQube analysis, we need the Sonar token, and we need the SonarQube IP address and everything. Before that, go to the system. So if you go down, and you can see here under SonarQube servers, you need to click on add SonarQube here and provide the name as a sonar-server, and we need to give the SonarQube IP address here, and for the token we need the token. So how we need to generate? So come here. So you can see I think Terraform EKS is completed. So 9 minutes 28 seconds done. Go to the dashboard. I will use the two tabs. Don't worry, I will explain it clearly only. So we don't have any token now. So if we go here to generate the token, so this is the SonarQube dashboard. You need to come to here, and you need to click on administration, and in the security section you need to click on users and select this one, update tokens, the option with the lines. Select this one, and you can give any name you want. I just giving the name as Jenkins, and click on generate, and just copy this token and come here. You can directly go to the manage Jenkins. So when you generate the token, come here to the Jenkins page, and in the security tab you have to go inside the credentials, and you can directly select the global, and you need to click on add credentials. So for the kind we need to select the like this one, secret file, sorry, or the secret, we need to select the secret text, sorry, because the password or the single token should be always be secret. That's why we need to select the secret text. The secret, in the secret place you need to copy this particular token, and you need to paste that token here. So this is the that is the token, and for the ID you can give any name like Sonar token or anything. Just copy it and give the description is same and create. Okay, the token is created, and if you come here and if you select the token, we didn't get anything, right? So select the apply. So that is saved. Just refresh once, and if you select again, we are getting the token that we added here, right? So select the token. The token is added, but we need the URL for the Sonar Cube. So come here and click on done. And if you want to save that key, you can save it personally and just copy the IP address up to 9000 of the Sonar Cube dashboard and come back to Jenkins page and paste it here. And this is the way you have to give the like the details. The name is you have to give in the system to tell that Jenkins, this is where my Sonar Cube is running. This is my Sonar Cube path or like IP address. This is where it's running. You can go and use this particular token and do the analysis of our files and everything. The code checks and everything should be done through this process. That's why we need to add these particular details in the system. Okay. So click on apply and you can click on save it. So done, right? Let's go back to blog. Okay. So this is the steps I already provided here. No need to worry about it. Copy it, paste the token. This is wrong mistake. The post the token I made a mistake in a single way. Sorry about that. And next you will see like this, and you need to add like this. And we need to add the quality gate also. Let's come back to Sonar Cube dashboard, and you can directly click on again the administration option if you want, but I don't want to do that because we are at that same point only. You can directly click on configuration, go to the webhooks. So this is where you need to add the quality gate. Okay, so the provide the name as a Jenkins and the URL should be the IP address of your Jenkins dashboard. Just copy the IP address of your Jenkins, don't forget. Copy the IP address of Jenkins slash provide sonar cube hyphen webhook and slash is the command that you need to give the URL. Okay, click on create. So this is the way you have to give the webhook path, like the IP address of your Jenkins slash sonar cube hyphen webhook. So why we need the sonar cube quality gate? So I will explain in a simple way. Imagine you are a teacher evaluating the student's homework. So your quality gate, like the your criteria for an assignment might be that the student need to score at least 70 percentage to pass. So you set the criteria as a 70 percentage to pass. Okay. So you are as a teacher. Similarly, in Schwanner Cube, a quality gate is a set of conditions or a thresholds applied to your project code. For instance, a quality gate might be demand that your code maintains a code coverage of at least 80 percentage, has no critical issues, no password should be exposed and everything. That's why we need the quality gate and follow certain coding standards. That's why we need the quality gate. In real time, within a development pipeline, Sonar Cube will assess your code against these predefined criteria. If the code meets all the quality gate requirements, it passes and can proceed to the next stage. However, if it fails to meet these standards, it might trigger alerts or stop the pipeline or require corrective actions before processing to the or progressing to the further next stages. So this Sonar Cube helps to ensure that only code meeting certain quality criteria gets merged or deployed, maintaining a high standards and reducing the chance of introducing bugs or technical debt into the code base. So if your student wants to get the 70 percentage, then we need to set pass. If he gets less than 70, we need to set a fail and we need to report it to our parent. Our parents are to the higher like a class teacher like that, right? So the same thing goes with the quality gate also. I think you understand quality gate uses. So let's go back to the projects. So done. We added the quality gate and we added the Sonar Cube token. Everything is done. So this is the process here I already created. This is the way you need to provide Jenkins public IP slash Sonar Cube webhook. The image should be like this. And if you want, we need to add the Docker credentials as well. Again, come back to the Jenkins path. And if you at the manage Jenkins, like maybe actually you will be like this, look like this, the page should be. And you need to click on manage Jenkins, and in the security, and you need to go to the credentials, and you can directly click on global and click on add credentials, and kind should be username with password. Okay, the username, the Docker Hub username you need to provide whatever the username of your Docker Hub. 7Ajay is my Docker Hub username, and you can provide your own username Docker Hub, and you can give the personal access token or a personal token that we can generate from the Docker Hub, or you can directly provide your Docker Hub password. I am giving my password directly, and the ID is Docker, and the description is also Docker. So just click on create. So done. These are the two credentials we required as of now. Go to the manage Jenkins and go to the dashboard. So Terraform EKS is up and running. And if you go to the AWS and search for the EKS here and enter. So we can see that the new cluster is created. I think it will be 15 or 20 minutes because I am meanwhile explaining everything in the concept, right? That's why it will show the time like that. Oh, sorry. So this is the cluster that we created now. Let me close this one. So this is the EKS cloud. Let's go inside this one, and you can see we created a 19 minutes ago. So if you see the compute, and we have the one node group, one desired size, and if you come back to EC2, we can say that two instances is running because one we and like one we already installed for the Jenkins. The Hotstar instance is for Jenkins, but this is automatically created by the EKS cluster. Okay, so everything is working fine. So go to the blog. So we added the Docker Hub username and everything got done. Now we need to click on Hotstar pipeline and everything. Before that, let's try to install the Docker Scout. So presently they didn't merged with the full commands. That's why you need to copy this particular command and go to the mobile extreme or putty. I think, yeah, it stopped 1 minute. So I connected again to system. We need to see that provide this particular command. So this particular command will install the Scout. You can see Scout CLI is to be installed with this particular command, and just click on enter. Let's see whether it's installing or not. You can see it's installing. The fetching the release is 1.22. This is the Docker Scout version. You need to install it automatically like the locally in on the instance. So this is the path of your Docker Scout. Let's see whether it's getting the output or not by providing Docker Scout enter. Yeah, we're getting the output. Okay, so that means we connected the we installed the Docker Scout and everything is done. So we need to add the pipeline. Okay, just copy this one and come back here. Let's go to the Hotstar. I already created it. If you creating, and you need to do is just click on plus new item, name, give the name and select the pipeline and click on OK. Now I'm going inside this one. Let's click on configure and let's paste the code. So let me elaborate the code, like I will explain the code, don't worry about it. Okay, so the pipeline always should be start with the pipeline and agent is any, because we are not using any slaves now. That's why I'm using any next tools that we are using. Okay, so how to generate the tools? Let's come back here, and if you go inside the Hotstar pipeline syntax, select the pipeline syntax here, and in the sample step we need to select the tools option, or you can directly search tool like this tool. And what is the tool type you want? First I need the Java tool type. Let's select the JDK. So this is the JDK 17 tool name. This is the tool name I'm using, generate. So if you click on generate, it will give the name JDK 17. The type is JDK like Java. So you need to select this one and you can use like this tools, and the tool name is JDK 17. This is how I generated. You need to provide inside the tools a brackets open JDK. You can see type is JDK, right? That's why I am using JDK. Name is JDK 17. That's why I am using in the single quotes as a JDK 17. For the Node.js, let's come here. Select the tool type as a Node.js, and I am using the name as a Node 20. Just copy this one, right click. I want to change just the name. I need to change. I using the Node 16 at the trial purposes. I used the Node 16. Okay, Node 20 I give now. So you need to change the names like this. Next you need to give the environment. So what is the scanner home? Like this one, tool. So if you go here to the dashboard again, so that's why I'm using the two tabs. Okay, go to the manage Jenkins, and if you go inside the tools, and you can see that we are using the scanner home. Scanner home means Sonar scanner home. Let's go here. You can see if you click on Sonar Cube installations, the name I provided here is the Sonar scanner. Just copy it, and you can same do the same here. If you go to the manage Jenkins, or you can directly go to the dashboard, go to the Hotstar, and go to the pipeline syntax again. We can generate everything from the pipeline syntax generator here. You can again search for the tool and select the tool, and the tool type is we use the Sonar Cube, right? Sonar Cube scanner. Just select this one and generate. This will give the answer. The tool name is Sonar scanner. I just updated it to this way. The scanner home is equals to tool. The name should be this one that we copied now. Oh, sorry, I think I forgot R here. So let me copy it again. So otherwise you will get error. Okay. So let me close this one again, like the delete and add. So this is how we need to add this environment scanner home. Like we need to provide the scanner home, like the Sonar Cube, where whatever the name you provided, you need to give the same name for the tools and for the Sonar scanner home as well. And next, everything starts with the stages, and inside that particular stages, we wrote the stage. So if you are feeling like that, you are getting so much of time after every build, like for the first build, you are doing the clean workspace and everything. I think so many people is trying to do like getting errors and doing the same project. Maybe they get at the first time, they were waiting for the so much of time, that's why they are getting most of the price. All you have to do is just remove this particular stage, clean workspace stage. Okay, but I am using the clean workspace stage. This is just to clean your workspace. Whatever the remaining stages is doing, like the installing dependencies, everything will be cleared by this one in the next build. That's why you are taking the long time while building the second build. Okay, so if you don't want that, just remove that particular clean workspace stage. No worries about that. Okay. Next stage two, how to generate this particular Git branch. I already explained. Go to the syntax generator and search for the Git and select the Git and generate it. And you need to provide the URL again. Just go to the Hotstar clone and just go to the code and copy it. And oh, sorry, here paste the URL and give the branch name as a main, and everything is same here. Generate. So the same thing I am using here. The next stage after Git is Sonar Cube analysis, and I think everyone knows how to write the stages and everything. That's why I'm not writing from the scratch itself. So with Sonar Cube env, and you need to go to the syntax generator, and you can directly search for the with like that. With Sonar Cube env, we don't get like that, but we can use that one with Sonar Cube env. But we can use this one with the credentials, bind credentials. Just select this one, and the variable name should be, you can use it as a Sonar hyphen server or like that, anything is fine. The credentials that we reach this Sonar token, because Sonar Cube analysis required Sonar token in the pipeline. That's why we need to give the credentials as a Sonar token, and click on generate, and you will get like this with the credentials. If you use this one, this is works fine. The same thing, but I updated like this one with Sonar Cube env and the self script. Sonar scanner home. Where is my Sonar scanner home? That's why I created an environment as a here. This is the Sonar scanner home, like the tool, the which version we are using. So the version name that we provided as a Sonar scanner. So this will automatically picked by this name. Okay, so after that it will go to this particular bin and Sonar scanner, and this will like hyphen d Sonar project name. And if you don't know how to get, and again you can come back to the Sonar Cube dashboard, and you can directly click on manually, and you can give the project name as anything you want. If I want Hotstar, I can give as a Hotstar name, and the oh sorry, the name should be changed, otherwise we will get error. Let's me use as a okay. And the branch is main setup, and you can click on locally again, and you can give the name as a token name. So if you have the token already, yeah, like that already explained that you can save it your token locally, but we can create a how many tokens we want. Just click on continue, and this is the React.js project. So just there select this one and select the OS as a Linux, and you will get like this. Dishonor icon project key. The same thing I'm using here. The project name and the project key. You can see we can name it as a project key, project name, anything is fine. In the under Sonar server, we already gave the credentials, IP address. That's why I use it with SonarQube ENV. Under Sonar server, I gave the details of IP address and key and everything. That's why I'm using this particular stage to scan the image like the files and everything to do the SonarQube analysis. So that's why use this one with SonarQube ENV. So I hope you learned that you can try it like this and we can update like this. Okay. So this is how you can update this one. Okay. So why I used Ajay there? Because I used the same Hotstar in the pipeline as well. If I run, I will get the error. That's why I used the example case name as a Zay. And if I go back to projects, I will get my name here. Okay. That's why I'm using the Hotstar name in the here in the pipeline. For the quality gate, you can directly go inside the pipeline generator again, and you can give for the quality gate like that, or you can see that wait for quality gate. This is the one, and you can give the authentication token as honor token. You can see cannot find any credentials with I. This is just the warning message and generate, and you can see you will get like this. The same thing that I am using here. Wait for quality gate about pipeline false, and you can see wait for quality gate about pipeline is false. Credential is honor token. The same thing I'm using here. Oh, sorry. The same thing I'm using here. Wait for quality gate. So if you get the warning, use the script block. Okay. If you get warning like this for any like the syntax generator, use the script block. Okay. No need to forget that. This is the another case we can use. Next case, we need to install some dependencies for the package, right? So the command is npm install. So this is the simple one. Scan. This is difficult to generate. We can use it this one, and but the name that you whatever you provided for the OWASP, you need to give the same name in the ODC installation. If you don't know, again come back to the syntax generator, go to the tool and use this one. And for the tool type, you need to select the dependency check and generate, and it will give the name. Just copy this name and use it here. Okay, so this will scan the OWASP. Okay, the next thing is Docker Scout. So in order to do the Docker Scout, we need to log into your Docker Hub first. So if you don't use this particular Docker Hub login credentials, Docker Scout won't run. So this is the first case. And if you see, and if you go to the Docker Scout, like the detailed information blog, so this is the Docker Scout. Let's go inside the Docker Scout. I already explained everything in one video. And if you have any doubts, please watch that video. Okay. And you can go to this one, use Docker Scout and analyze image analysis. So let's simply I am explaining. Okay. And you can see that. So analyze the registry images. We need to analyze the registry images. First, we need to sign in with your Docker ID using the Docker login command. Then only this particular Docker Scout will run. Otherwise, it won't run. This is the first thing they explain in the first point. Then you can build and push that image. Whatever the image you want to analyze, you need to do the Docker login first. So that's why I used the with Docker registry command here. Let's generate that one. Go to the pipeline syntax generator, and in the sample step, you need to search for the with Docker registry. I think you can directly come down at the end of this particular sample steps, and you can directly select with the Docker registry. Sorry, with the Docker registry, select this one, and you can give the URL. This is optional, but you need to select the credentials. We already added, right? Docker credentials first. That's why select those credentials, and default installations we already set up in the tools. Select the Docker, generate it, and you will get like this. Okay, this is how I generated that script. And next, these are the SH like Docker Scout Quick View. Where did I get this one? If I go to the analyze local files, and this is the command I'm using, Docker Scout Quick View and FS. Okay. And if you come here, the same command I'm using, but we need to use the hyphen here. Don't forget that. So this is the command to give the quick view, like how many vulnerabilities and everything. It won't give any detailed information about the file scan. Okay. But if you want to know the detailed information about your files, you need to give like this with CVS. So this is the command to get the detailed information of your file scan. Okay, so this is the Docker Scout stage for the file scan. Okay, next I think everyone knows. We say again we use this one to push the image to Docker Hub. We require the Docker credentials. We can just copy this and paste it here. The same thing I'm using here. Okay, next we need to build the image by providing Docker build -t hotstar dot, and next we are tagging that particular image. You need to change your image name. I like the Docker image. The username should be changed here. I use the 7aj because that is my username, and you have to change your own username, and you can give the 1.0 or anything, that is fine. Next we need to push it to Docker Hub by providing Docker push. So this is fine. The build and push is completed stage. The next stage is Docker Scout image. If we need the Docker Scout analysis for the files or the images, we need to do the login. So how the login should be done? So with this particular, with Docker registry script generator. So this container, the credential ID containing my Docker credentials. Okay, you can see that. That's why first we are using the with Docker registry, means it will first do the login to the Docker Hub, then it will do the file analysis, like the file analysis, and give the complete repository, like the file repository. So this particular with Docker registry will move into the, like it will do the login first to the Docker Hub, and next it will do the file scan with the quick view, and next it will give the detailed view, and next we will push that image with that one, and everything should be done after that particular with Docker registry command. This will help us to log in your Docker Hub. Okay, that's why we need to use that one. And next, if you go here, so I already explained image analysis. You go to the image analysis, and if you come down, the every command is here. This is the command we need to use, Docker Scout Quick View, and you can give the name like this. This is the command to install Docker Scout. I'm using the same command, and you can see Docker Scout Quick View. This is the image name you have to give. So what is the image that we are building? 7 as a Hotstar latest. So that's why I am giving my username with that image. You need to change that image name. Okay. Next, it will give the detailed report for the second command is detailed report for the that particular image. So quick view just tells that how many vulnerabilities we have, but CVES is the command to give the detailed information where we are getting that particular critical error. It will give detailed way with the link as well. You can go that and we can do the checks and we can reduce that one. Okay. Next, we are asking the Docker Scout to give the recommendation for my image. So this is the best thing that we are getting from the Docker Scout. So Trevi file scan is just gives the like how many vulnerabilities like that only. But Docker Scout will gives the complete recommendation as well. So if you using the Node.js 21 image, you will it will say that you are getting these vulnerabilities by because of this particular image, and if you change to this image, the vulnerabilities should be down, like should be reduced. It will explain like that, it will give the recommendation like that. So that's why the Docker Scout is best thing nowadays, like the recent days. I think most of the people don't know about Docker Scout till now. So, but Docker Scout recommendations will give the to change, like it will say that use this particular image. So this will reduce some vulnerabilities. That's the best thing. So next we will run the image with the help of the Docker run -d 3007 has a Hotstar. So you have to change the names here. These are the names you need to change with your usernames. So just click on apply and save, and let's build now. So this is the project we do always. This I think everyone learnt about the pipeline script, how to write, how to generate and everything. So sorry about my like voice, my throat is not good. Now let's go to the blog, and I think I explained it clearly, the Docker Scout and everything. I will give the uh, detailed info video also. Don't forget about it. And you will get the quick view image like this. How many vulnerabilities we are getting like that. If you see the detailed output, you will get like this. So I will show the detailed information as well. Before that, if you in the blog as well, I will add it, and you will see. It will take minimum 15 to 20 minutes to complete first build. Definitely, the Hotstar image analysis should be look like this, and I will show everything clearly. And file scan report quick view. A quick view of the file scan is like this. It will give one critical, one high like that. But if you see the detailed report with the command CVS, these are the two different commands. Okay, sonar analysis is done. And if you go to the projects and just refresh this one dashboard, and you can see we are getting the 982 of your lines scanned. Okay, so everything is fine. If you go inside a Hotstar, you can see the vulnerabilities, bugs, and security hotspots and everything. So meanwhile, let's come back here. We need to install some packages for the Kubernetes because it will take some time. We need to go to the Putty or Jenkins instance. We have the instance right for the Jenkins mission. So we need to do this one, AWS EKS update Kubernetes configuration. The cluster name is this one, right? EKS Cloud. Everyone would get the same name because I wrote this name inside the Terraform files. So you will get the same name. If you change the region, and you have to change the region here. Okay, don't forget that. So let me copy this command and again go to here, clear the screen and provide this one and enter. And you can see that the context is added now. Okay, root kube config. Okay, so it's updated our Kubernetes configuration. Let's go. This is the path where it stored my Kubernetes configuration. Just copy this one. So vi and give the path, or you can directly give the cat and the path. Enter. So this is the Kubernetes configuration. From the API version, you need to copy it from everything to the down. So up to AWS. Okay, just right click, copy it, and you need to come to your local file explorer. Okay, go to your file explorer, file manager, or wherever you want. Like you have to come to the local only, local file explorer. I mean the storage. Let me come 1 minute. So this is where I may usually store my files. So you can see this is the file I'm having. Uh, let me. This is the old file. Let me delete this one and paste the new one and save it and escape and close this one. And you can see that I updated this file now. Okay, so you need to save the same thing like that, secret dot hyphen k8s.txt. Okay, so you have to save like this one only, secret. I don't know, whatever name you want, you can keep any name you want, but save with this one like txt file, the same configuration you copied from your CLI, save it in the text file inside your local repository. Okay, so this is done, and let's go here, and we need to install some plugins for the Kubernetes. Let's go to the Hotstar. It's running. Go to the dashboard and go to the manage Jenkins and go to the plugins. And in the available plugins, you need to search for the Kubernetes here. Okay. So this is the you need to search for these plugins. So install Kubernetes API Kubernetes client API, credentials, CLI, credential provider. These are the things. If you want, Kubernetes pipeline DevOps steps is also fine, and install. So you can see the plugins will be installed here. So I think I added the no. I think I will add the steps from here for the setting of this as well. Okay, no need to about it, but you can see create a secret file in your file explorer, save the config, and you need to install the plugins and go to the credential tab, and whatever the file name that you saved for your configuration, select that from select in your credentials and update and give this one, and you will get the output like this. Okay, so let's wait for the first pipeline to be complete. It will take minimum 20 or 15 minutes, nearly 15 minutes, and you can see that the overscan is completed after 20 minutes. That's why I said that 20 minutes it will take. So let's go inside because basically we are using the latest version, right? It will use the latest version every vulnerability up to 2006, I think. So that's why it take longer time. And you can see here that it's created the Docker Scout file scan. For the first command, we used the quick view, and it's giving only the one critical, one high, three medium, like that. It's not giving any detailed output. But if you see Docker Scout CVS, like the full detailed output, and you can see detected five vulnerability packages. It's not giving like that, simple quick view, but the CVS will gives the complete vulnerability output. And you can see one critical where it's coming from this one, like the Traverse 7.23, and you can use this email like this link to resolve the issue. And the high issue where it's coming from nth check 1.02, and you can use this particular link. And you can see it's giving the vulnerability, which one here, it's 2021 year, it's giving the year of that vulnerability as well, and this is the 2023 vulnerability, like this. It's giving the detailed output, the one medium vulnerability, it's coming from Axios, like that. You can see it's giving the detailed output, and five vulnerabilities, medium is 3, high is 1, critical is 1. This is the best part of the Docker Scout. We can see big view of the file scan and detailed view of the file scan, and next we can see that it's almost in logging before while doing anything. So Docker build, so the build is done. You can see that we pushed the image, and again it's done, the login is succeeded. And now you can see we are getting Docker Scout quick view of the Hotstar image. It will give the simple output like how many vulnerabilities and how many things that we are getting. And you can see it's not giving the detailed output. One critical, one high, and three medium. And it's giving like that. It's give the options as well. You can use the Docker Scout recommendations and Docker Scout CVS to get the detailed vulnerabilities. So view base image, update recommendations and everything. And you can see the next one that we use it the CVS. It will gives the detailed output where it's coming the error 1C. It's coming from the traverse. So the same thing that we are getting a file scan, it's giving the same errors after the building of the image as well. So this is the best part. It will explain everything clearly, and you can see five vulnerabilities we are getting, and you can see that the recommendation that we are giving. So the base image that I am using is this one for the 7 as a Hotstar latest. And if I go here, and if I go inside the Docker file, and you can see I'm using the node Alpine now. And if you come back here, sorry, here. So you can see that base image should be this one. Okay, you can use this one image, and you will get vulnerabilities like this. Okay, zero vulnerabilities. It will be reduced like this. So the base image that we can use for this particular Docker file is this one. So this is the recommendation that is given by the Docker itself. Okay, to reduce the vulnerabilities. So refresh the base image, and you can see the tag 20 Alpine. How many vulnerabilities we are getting? Zero. And 19 low we are getting if we use this slim. Okay. So this is the best part. Okay. Docker run is done. Our pipeline is also completed. And at the end of the pipeline, we got the success message. I hope you learned new things from this video. Docker Scout and the dependency check output. You can see how many vulnerabilities. Two are critical and three are high. So these are the dependency outputs, not the file or the image output. Okay. So let's come back to Hotstar. So everything is passed, right? So let's copy the IP address. So copy it and open it in a new tab with 3000. So this is the output. Oh, sorry, uncaught runtime errors. You will get the same output that I provided here. And if you get any errors, use the Suraj Joshi. I already explained, right? His clone application. I use the different one, and he is using the different one. Okay. Let me refresh this one again. Okay. So you will get the same output, but I'm not getting now. Why I don't know. It's working fine. The image and everything. Let's deploy it to the Kubernetes. Just copy it. kubectl apply -f and the directory is here, and you can see. And if you come back, and you can see that in the KITS, I have the deployment.file and service.yml file. And you need to change your image name here. 7aj Hotstar. You need to change it your username. Okay. So let's add this particular stage. Go to the configure. So I need to show it whether it's getting error or not. But I want to show the new application how to integrate it. Okay. Apply and save how it works as well. So let's build it again. So to deploy up to the Kubernetes. Okay, we got the error at the Kubernetes. Let's see. Okay, come back to Hotstar. So go to the console output and let's see what's the error. And if you come down and you can see that it's not finded the credentials because I forgot to add the credentials. Let's come back to the dashboard. Go to Manage Jenkins and go to the credentials and go to the global, add credentials and select the kind as a secret file and click on browse and go to the downloads and yeah, now it's coming. Okay, open and ID as a KTS and just click on create. So I don't forget to add the Kubernetes configuration file in the credential section. Go to Manage Jenkins and go to the dashboard and go to Hotstar and build again and try to remove it from here as well because you maybe get the error again. So it's getting pipeline error. Okay, let's go to the sudo shu, enter and give the okay docker stop hotstar. And if you want to add it in your pipeline, that is also fine. Docker rm hotstar enter. Okay. So because if containers runs, it will get the failure message as well. So that's why remove the hotstar and stop the Hotstar and remove the Hotstar application. That's done. And come here and you can see it's started. Because of the credentials, we got the error last time. I forgot to add before. So deploy to Kubernetes is also done. Okay. Let's come to the CLI and let's see. Log into root. Hit the screen. kubectl get nodes. Okay, everything is ready. Let's see kubectl get all. And you can see that Hotstar is also up and running the load balancer. Just copy this and open it in a new tab and enter. Okay, I think we need to open some port here. Go to the load balancer types. Let's see. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, copy it. Server. Let's paste it again and enter. So let's open 32,379 here. Go to the instance. So in the worker node, you need to open the IP address of 32,329. Go to this one. I mean, select the worker node, the EC2 instance. Go to the security, and you can see we don't have any. So let's go to here, edit inbound rules, and add custom TCP. You have to select 32,000. So the port I have this one 32,379. I need to open the same thing here. So it should be everywhere on save rules and on the EKS cluster, the instance that we need to open on the worker node instance. Okay, don't forget that and try to refresh this and you can see we got the output. Okay, so you will get the output. Okay, I will change the repository. I will update the repository as well. I hope you learned something new from this video. And let's go to the destroy section and go to the dashboard and go to the Terraform EKS, and you need to select build with parameters and select the action as a destroy and just click on build. So this will start building deploy. This will destroy your EKS cluster. Okay, it will take minimum 10 minutes. So once this is done, just delete your EC2 instance and the IAM role as well. I think that is pretty easy for you. So, but deleting this one, it will take some time. Okay. So that's why I'm closing the video here, and I hope you learned something new from the video. And I will upload the Joshi's Hotstar clone application here, and I will add these inside that particular repository. Okay. I hope you learned something new from the video. Thanks for watching the video and keep on supporting to Mr. Cloudbook channel.